I want you to think of something you have always wanted to learn. Maybe it's playing the guitar. Maybe it's speaking Italian for that dream trip to Rome. Or maybe it's something practical, like coding or cooking a gourmet meal. Now tell me, why haven't you done it yet? I bet I know the answer. You think it takes too much time. You have heard the famous rule that says to get good at anything, you need 10,000 hours of practice. Let's do the math on that. 10,000 hours is a full-time job for 5 years. If you practice an hour a day, it would take you 27 years. When you hear that number, what do? You quit before you even start. You say, I'm 50 years old. I don't have 27 years to learn the piano. But what if I told you that the 10,000-hour rule is a lie, or at least a massive misunderstanding? What if I told you that you can go from knowing nothing to being pretty good, not in 10,000 hours, but in just 20 hours? That is 45 minutes a day for about a month. Today, we're debunking the myth of mastery and teaching you the science of rapid skill acquisition. I'm going to show you the 4-step framework to learn anything, and I mean anything, in just 20 hours. If you want to keep your brain young and your life exciting, you need to watch this. Let's dive in. First, we have to clear the debris. Where did this 10,000-hour number come from? It comes from a researcher named K. Anders Ericsson. He studied ultra-competitive performers, professional violinists, and chess grandmasters. He found that to become world-class, to be in the top 0.01% of humanity, it took on average 10,000 hours. Then, author Malcolm Gladwell wrote a book called Outliers. He took that number and made it famous, but a game of telephone happened. The message went from, it takes 10,000 hours to become the best in the world, to, it takes 10,000 hours to learn something. Those are two very different things. You don't want to be the next Mozart. You just want to play Let It Be on the piano for your grandkids. You don't want to be a PGA Tour golfer. You just want to play a decent round with your friends without embarrassing yourself. For that level of competence, being good enough to enjoy it, you don't need years. You need about 20 hours of focused, smart practice. This concept comes from Josh Kaufman, the author of The First 20 Hours. And for us over 50, this is crucial. Learning new skills is the best exercise you can do for your brain. It creates new neural pathways. But if you think it's impossible, you won't try. So let's prove it's possible. Look at the learning curve. When you start something new, you're at 0. You are unconsciously incompetent. You don't even know what you don't know. Most people think learning is a straight line, a slow, steady climb, but it's not. It is a steep curve. The vast majority of skill acquisition happens in the very beginning. The first few hours are where the magic happens. You go from 0 to kinda getting it very quickly. The 20-hour rule is about hacking this curve. It's about getting through that initial steep climb as fast as possible so you can reach the plateau of fun. That is the point where you are good enough to self-correct and actually enjoy the activity. So how do we do it? We don't just practice, we use a system. Here are the 4 steps. Step number 1, deconstruct the skill. Most things we want to learn aren't one skill, they're a bundle of smaller skills. Take learning French. That is too big. If you sit down and say, I'm going to learn French, you will fail. You need to break it down. What do you actually want to do? Do you want to read French literature? Or do you want to order food and ask for directions in Paris? If it's the second one, you don't need to know 50,000 words. You need to know about 1,000 words and 5 verbs. This is the 80-20 rule. 80% of the results come from 20% of the inputs. If you want to play guitar, don't try to learn music theory, sight reading, and classical fingerpicking all at once. Just learn the 4 basic chords. With those 4 chords, you can play thousands of pop songs. Action item. Pick your skill, break it into the smallest possible pieces, then pick the one piece that gives you the biggest win. Ignore the rest for now. Step number 2, learn enough to self-correct. Notice I didn't say master the theory. A lot of us get stuck in the trap of procrastination-learning. We buy 5 books on gardening. We watch 20 hours of YouTube videos on how to paint, but we never actually plant a seed or pick up a brush. You only need to learn enough so that when you make a mistake, you know that you made the mistake and how to fix it. If you're learning to cook, don't read the whole history of French cuisine. Just watch one video on how to chop an onion safely, then chop the onion. If the onion flies across the room, you know you did it wrong. That is self-correction. Gather 3 to 5 resources, books, videos, courses. Skim them, find the recurring patterns, then stop studying and start doing. Step number 3, remove practice barriers. This is the most important step for your willpower. In the beginning, practicing is hard. It feels awkward. You feel clumsy. If there's any friction between you and practicing, you won't do it. If your guitar is in its case, in the closet, under a pile of coats, you'll never play it. If you want to learn to paint, but you have to spend 20 minutes setting up your easel every time, you'll never paint. You need to design your environment. Put the guitar on a stand in the middle of the living room. Keep your notebook open on your desk. And the biggest barrier? Distraction. You cannot learn a new skill while checking the news or watching TV. The 20-hour rule requires deliberate practice. That means 100% focus. Turn the phone off, close the door. Give yourself the gift of focus. Step number 4, practice for at least 20 hours. Here's the deal. The first few hours of learning something new are terrible. You feel stupid. You feel slow. This is what Seth Godin calls the dip. Most people quit in hour 2 or hour 3. They say, I'm just not talented at this. No, you aren't untalented. You're just new. The 20-hour rule is a pre-commitment. You make a deal with yourself. I will practice this skill for 20 hours before I'm allowed to quit. Even if you hate it at hour 5, you keep going, because usually right around hour 8 or 10, something clicks. You get over the frustration barrier. Suddenly, you can play the chord, you can speak the sentence, the dopamine hits. The plan? 20 hours is roughly 45 minutes a day for a month. Can you find 45 minutes? Of course you can. Cut out one Netflix show. Wake up 45 minutes earlier. Set a timer. Log your hours. Don't judge your progress until you hit hour 20. Let's apply this. Say you want to learn to cook healthy meals because you're watching your heart health. Deconstruct. Don't try to become a chef. Focus on knife skills and roasting vegetables. That's it. Learn. Watch 3 videos on how to hold a chef's knife and how to season veggies. Barriers. Buy pre-washed veggies. Keep your knife sharp and on the counter. Ban the family from the kitchen for 45 minutes. Practice. Spend 45 minutes every night for a month making dinner. By the end of the month, you aren't Gordon Ramsay, but you are someone who can cook a delicious, healthy meal without looking at a recipe. You have acquired the skill. Your life is better. Here's the bottom line. As we get older, we have a tendency to shrink our world. We stick to what we know. We say, I'm too old to learn that. The 20-hour rule destroys that excuse. You have 20 hours. You have 20 hours to give to a new language. You have 20 hours to give to yoga. You have 20 hours to give to drawing. My challenge to you is this. Pick one skill, just one, something you've put off for years. Apply these 4 steps. Give it 1 month. I want you to comment below. What is the skill you're going to learn? Put it in writing. Commit to it publicly. And if you want to know the art of being alone and be happy when no one is there, watch the next video.